I'm going to be teaching you some of the best techniques and skills to learn in Gorilla Tag. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to gain more skill, these tips will help you become better at the game overall. First up is wall running, which is one of the most important techniques to learn if you're just starting, and it's just a really good skill to learn overall in Gorilla Tag because it'll get you used to hitting parallel and just hitting in other ways you've never done before, which will translate over to other skills like maybe climbing trees and stuff. But you want to start off with like a little push off the ground, then hit straight parallel up the wall to get you a boost up, or you can use two hands, kind of starting like a Lucio run. So you start by hitting off the ground like this, then once you do that, go like this, hitting parallel down, or you can start like that, which will get you a little bit more boosted up. And those are like the two best options to start off your wall run. So you're hitting up and then hitting again parallel, or you're hitting up and then doing like a little Lucio. And then from there you can gain momentum by hitting in the direction of the wall and using these creases to guide you. So on this wall specifically, I would go do the boost and then follow these creases, and then you can keep on turning around doing with your left hand and then just keep going until you're at the top of the wall. And make sure when you're doing this, the hand that isn't moving, so say you're using your right hand on the right side of the wall, you want to have your left hand close by so that it doesn't lose tracking, and just in case you need to use it quickly. So that would look like this, just having it kind of off to the side a little. The most important thing that people do wrong with this is they don't hit parallel. They always hit away from the wall like that instead of hitting down like this. And a couple ways that I used to get better at this was practicing on the ground or on the leaderboard sign, kind of just like trying to keep yourself up.
Keep it right on my side. I like the words out of mouth, seems to lighten my life. I'm connected to a heart like the moon and the tide.
Next is branching, and this is great for staying above the lava monkeys, and you can even combo this with wall running as well. This one is pretty basic, but it can be hard if you have trouble moving. I would focus on looking at your hands as you go, and focus on a route you want to do so you're not just randomly wandering. And making a route is a great way to get better. Some of my favorite ones are more advanced, but I'll still show them if you want some recommendations. But if you don't like following routes, like me, you can do something called free branching, which is basically, well, branching without a route, which is pretty easy as long as you know which branch you want to go to next. And there's also one thing that I really want to show you that would help you so much with branching, and that's something called under branching, which is where you hit off of a part of the tree, like right here, and you get to another part, which is particularly like the bottom of the branch, like right there. So you would hit off and then hit that part of the tree and then get to another branch. And you can do that with basically every tree in the game. Like this one, you can hit off of here and go around and hit off like right there. Really, any branch that you see, you can do it with.
Yeah, I'm out of love. In the back, I just wanna from the back, I just wanna feel love. For the pros, yeah, we up in the club. Yeah, we it up. Got her addicted, she acting up. Said about it, she don't wanna get up. All these ain't never shut up. Yeah, I'm out of love. In the back, I just wanna from the back, I just
Another really important skill you need to learn is running. Now you probably already know how to run, but I'm going to be showing you how to run faster, which is a technique I use called crab running, or something like that. You basically move your right hand forward and in, almost touching your ribs like this, and then pulling inwards to your ribs. Then you kind of do the same thing with your left hand. And by the way, if your left hand is your primary hand, just do the opposite of what I'm saying to do. So like do what I said to do with your right hand with your left hand. With your left hand or non-primary hand, you're doing a sweeping motion kind of like this. And you have to do these motions in sync. So as your right hand touches the floor, your left hand shall be above the ground or kind of near the floor. So as your right hand comes in, your left hand is touching the ground and pulling off. So it would look like this. And as you do with the wall, you want to make sure you're parallel to the surface you're on, and that goes with anything in Gorilla Tag. So if you're on a flat surface, just make sure you're like low to the ground pulling yourself, and if you get to a hill, pull yourself downwards into the hill so that you're not like pulling yourself forward and losing speed. Juking is mainly about using sudden changes in direction or fast movements to trick the lava monkeys and thinking you're going a different direction. And this should end up throwing them off and you can escape to get to like a higher spot. And I'll be showing you two of my favorite jukes that I use, and you can apply these to so many things you do in Gorilla Tag. And the first one being hospital flipping. And to show this, I'll be using this branch on the stump because it shows like a clear view of what I'm doing on the branch. And you can do this juke basically anywhere you think you can do it. And it's pretty simple too. It consists of you doing like a circle-ish motion with your arm while also spinning in real life. It's kind of hard for me to do it without being on the actual branch, so I'll just show you slow motion of me doing it with the voiceover. So first off, you want to jump and basically already be turning before you even reach the branches I'm doing. So you should be basically facing the opposite direction as you reach the branch, and then you hold out your arm and pull forward, allowing you to be launched in the direction you want to go, and then you can start doing like a branching route or like go on the walls. This next one is a series of jukes, and they're all done on the gazebo. And these are like my favorite jukes to do because not a lot of people know them, and they can easily trick the person chasing you. The first one is where you hit off about this part of the leaderboard, like where that stain is, and fling your arm up and reach around so that it grabs this part of the gazebo. And then you pull yourself up and over it, and then you can start like a branching route. And this one is basically the same thing, except it's done over at the picnic table. You have to jump like pretty far and reach that part of the gazebo, like up there. And you have to reach over and grab that part of the gazebo. And you could even combo these two together to really trick people chasing you. Water running is a more popular technique used in the beach map. It allows you to like run on the water, but still, since it's popular, it can be extremely useful because you can go insanely fast. The main way you do it is by doing rapid but light taps on the water to stay above the surface. And you want to make sure you keep your hands above the water so you don't drag yourself under. And your hand movement looks something like this, where you stretch your arms out a pretty good distance, then move your hands up and down fast but not too fast, kind of like this. And once you practice that a lot, you should be able to do it.
That's what you wanna be a prayer. Still on your Insta with your just a minute.
And now for the last technique, which is rope swinging. This one's pretty simple, and a lot of people already know how to do this one, but there are many different ways to do it that'll make you go flying way further than you usually would. And this is how it would usually look. And if you do it the way that I'm about to show you, you'll go flying almost to the end of the map. And all you have to do is get closer to the rope like this and have your dominant hand out holding the grip button. And then you want to push slightly off the ground with your other hand, which will make you go flying. And those were all the basic yet useful techniques that'll hopefully help you improve in Gorilla Tag. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to help push out my videos. And if you want to join my Discord, there'll be a link in the description. And besides that, I'll see you in other videos. Bye guys.